You will report to me that you made it across the river. Were unable to secure any live prisoners.
Wait, hang on a second. Did I read that right? Hey everybody, and welcome to another movie night. I'm Jacqui. And today we are watching Band of Brothers episode 8, which is called The Last Patrol. Obviously, this entire series is emotional. I'm terrified for episode 9 because that is the one that I have been warned across the board is going to break me. And I'm ready. Like, I'm armed. I'm... But we've got one more episode before we get to that, so I'm excited. Again, this series has been an absolute joy and... No, that's not the right word. Joy is not the right word. It's been a wonderful, heartbreaking experience. It can be both, right? It can be both things. But we're going to get into episode 8, and I can't believe there's only 3 episodes left of this. It's phenomenal and incredible, and wow, all right, we're going to watch this. We're going to watch this without further ado. We're going to get into this. But before we do, as always, please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, on this series, on the franchise. Do you watch The Pacific, Masters of the Air, all of the above? Please let me know. I have loved hearing your guys' thoughts and experiences and clarifying things for me. I appreciate that. Redder is better, so hit what may or may not be a big red subscribe button depending on your browser, and check me out on Patreon for the full-length version of this reaction as well as all of my other content. I have Band of Brothers, Masters of the Air, and by the time this goes up on YouTube, I will be doing The Pacific as well, and the documentary, and anything and everything within this franchise, because it's incredible. So don't forget to check those out, and of course links to my Instagram and other socials are in the description box below. With all of that out of the way, thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you, and let's get into Band of Brothers episode 8. Colin Hanks is in this? He must be featuring in this episode. I was just thinking as we're going through this, because I'm like, Damian Lewis should be listed first. Because it's an ensemble cast, they go alphabetically, because there's so many people. That's why he's middle of the pack. But I'm sorry, Colin Hanks? This is 20 years ago. He'd be a teenager.
You have a feeling you're going to live through the war. I believe I might be able to live through it. So walk carefully. Take care of yourself.
There's hope now. That's so interesting because the episode with Blythe, I forgot who said it, basically said, like, you still have hope that you'll make it through. That's so interesting that we're now to the point where the rest of them are starting to feel that.
My name's David Webster. I just got back from the hospital. Good for you.
Yeah, you're not meeting jolly, happy men.
Yep. Next truck up, Webster. You'll find second. Move.
Oh, that's a painful dose of reality.
Must have liked that hospital. Sure, try to bust out and help with some Bastogne work.
I don't know how I would have done that.
It was funny, because Popeye found a way. So did Allie, right? Back in home.
Oh, this is so awkward. Yeah, not the men you remember.
Sarge.
The difference in the response. The difference between men who have become, I'm gonna say desensitized to it, but you missed a lot, hun.
I was a veteran of D-Day and Market Garden and had been with the company since its formation. But now, because I had missed Bastogne, I was treated as a replacement and felt like I was starting all over again.
Feeling all right?
There you go. He's got pneumonia.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, what are you sorry about? He's alive, he's got a couch, goddamn blanket, snug as a bug.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Is this the company CP for Easy?
Yes, sir.
As you were.
Colin Hanks!
Lieutenant Jones looking for Captain Spears.
He's on his way, sir. Why don't you sit down?
He looks so awkward. His helmet is so big. He looks so little.
Spears, want this one to be as foolproof and as safe as possible.
Yeah, don't take any chances on this one. We're too far along for that.
Yeah. Didn't make it this far to die now.
Lieutenant Jones, sir.
Right, our West Pointer. When'd you graduate? June 6th of last year?
D-Day, yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Lieutenant Jones?
He looks so shiny. It's like you're too clean.
Lieutenant Foley told me to go to second, but Sergeant Malarkey said...
Fine, second.
Take, Lieutenant Jones.
Lieutenant.
Time to get your boots wet. Time to get some mud on ya.
Webster? That's right. How you doing, Sergeant Kane?
Hey, Webster.
Hey, Sergeant. Hey, look what we just scrounged.
Slightly warmer welcome.
Shit!
Oh dear. Oh, that was close.
Crap, they spotted us!
Welcome back. Oh, Jesus. Just another day.
So, you want to introduce me to the men?
Whoa, that was a little presumptuous. Okay, West Point.
What do you know about this patrol thing?
Captain Spears is to pick 15 men. Lieutenant Jones wants to be one of them.
But he was denied.
What's the report on enemy activity?
Expect some flares, a few mortars at night, scattered 88s, snipers during the day.
Yeah, we dodged some mortars on our way in.
There's just a little bit too much entitlement coming off of him.
Well, if I tell you, you can't let on that you know.
Your secret's safe, Web.
That is not a way to ingratiate yourself coming back, being the bearer of bad news. Not that it's his fault, but, you know.
So it's McClung, Heffron, and Ramirez.
I'll tell him. I just need
Listen
to
up! Got some bad news. There is a patrol set for tonight. So far, Spears wants McClung.
Yeah, we've just fucking heard.
Well, keep your secret, they said.
Okay, PX rations just came in, including winter shoe packs.
Beautiful.
Yeah, finally.
Oh,
Right?
Now we're in a nice warm house.
Also,
so we could have used those
well,
back in the foxholes. Oh dear. Oh dear.
showers. Let's go.
The contrast and the way they respond. Baby Hank's flinched. He's the only one. He's so green.
Casualty!
Oh dear. Oh, hello, Fassbender.
Bill Keene, a Toccoa man, was killed because he was carrying a sack of potatoes from one building into another.
Wait,
In the wrong place at the wrong time.
is that who I think it was? The guy that we always see with Winters? My bad, I thought it was Nixon, because from that angle it looked like him, and at this point in my first watch through, I didn't fully have all of the names down, so my bad. Sorry.
Can't believe you're gonna make Malarkey lead it.
Christ, he only lost his 5 best friends. What the fuck's he got to look for?
Aww.
I guess I don't really need a shower.
I don't either.
Yep. What did we say? Too clean?
You still want to get your ODs dirty? Sergeant Malarkey's really in no condition to be on this patrol.
Wait, what?
And maybe if you offered, you could go in his place.
Oh dear.
Don Malarkey had been on the front lines every time Easy Company had seen action since D-Day. If it was possible for them to switch places for the patrol, it would be a small moment of justice.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Mouth, give the kid a Hershey bar, huh?
You gotta be shitting me.
What's up, guys?
God, the change in tone from the last episode.
How you feeling? As long as you keep your hands off my ass, I'll be fine.
Have a Hershey's.
Thanks.
Hey, he gets a fucking Hershey bar.
Well, he got shot in the ass.
Hey, can you believe this guy? Try to get him out of the fucking moy, come straight back.
Yeah, well,
Try to get him out of the fucking moy, come straight back.
Replacement lieutenant blew his foot off, stepped on his shoe mine. Fresh him from West Point. Fresh him from West Point.
Awkward.
Secured 4 rubber boats to get you across the river. Lieutenant Jones here is the ranking officer, and he'll be along as an observer.
Observer, yeah. That's such an interesting sentence.
You have to move fast, but carefully. Put a perimeter around the house. Once that's in place, get your rifle grenades in the first floor window, get your assault team in quick. Okay, good, understood.
There is so much about this that's making me nervous.
McClung, Sisk, Cobb, Garcia, and Webster as translator. You speak German, right, Webster?
Yeah, a little bit.
Welcome back.
Liebgott and I, we both speak German.
Fine. Hey, Liebgott. You want to sit this one out?
Yes, sir.
Martin, you want us?
Got it. Got it. Okay. Good decision. So, do I understand correctly that he basically just said, you only need me, you don't have to put them in harm's way as well? This is the first music we've had this entire episode. I haven't heard music like this entire series, just the simple piano. That's ominous. Oh. Lone piano has such a cold sound to it like this.
Getting back safely could be successfully accomplished in as little as 10 minutes. The same mission could be met with disaster and result in nothing more than 15 Americans killed or wounded in action.
The music is making me nervous. The music is making me so nervous.
No sign of any AP mine.
As nervous as I am, God bless the lighting director. Because it's nighttime and I can see.
Keep it steady. Keep it
Shadows
steady.
are a good thing. Oh shit, that water is freezing. First problem, you're down 3 men. Shit. Some dirt on you now. Oh, this tracking shot. Oh, this beautiful, beautiful tracking shot. This is all one.
Powers, win, secure the left flank. Send it.
This is, oh my god. They finally cut. That was all one freaking take.
Security out, go, move.
God bless the lighting. Bless the lighting in this scene.
Oh! Let's go! Jackson, wait!
Oh my god!
Keep your hands out where I can see you! Stay still! Keep deine Waffe near! Keep those drums walking home! Keep deine Waffe near! Everybody moves out of my command! Are you ready? Are you ready? Shut up, you! Come on! We all go together!
Don't fumble, don't fumble.
Let's go! Move out! Let's go! Move!
The contrast of the single smooth long take up to this point to now the chaos in this scene. Just the cutting. Oh, God, it's so good. Good man, Webster. Good man.
Let's go!
That whistle that you should not blow until you're absolutely certain. We gave it to the rookie.
Keep moving! Come on, get in the boat!
10 minutes. 10 longest minutes of your life.
Bye-bye, get the crowd back there and shake them down! Move! Move! No! A clown! A clown! Sergeant, get him to the company secretly, let him know what we got! Shut up! I can't do this. I can't do it. Move on. What's the stay with him?
Sir, I'm going to get a medic. Got this?
Come on!
Welcome to reality, kid.
I'm gonna fucking die! Jackson, we're gonna fucking die!
Keep still, keep calm, buddy. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
God damn it!
Just went ballistic.
Light, I need some light. Give me some light.
Oh, I love how the chaos in the scene calms down the second that the medic walks in.
I need you to hang on! Jackson!
Eugene Jackson was 20 years old. He'd lied about his age when he joined the Army at 16. His family got a telegram saying he died a hero on an important mission. Eugene lost his life on a stretcher in a dank basement and crying out in agony while his friends looked on helplessly. He was just one more casualty in a war that was supposed to be all but over.
Any others?
No, sir.
Well executed. It's not your fault.
Did the job.
We heard you got 2 prisoners. Good work.
Jackson's dead.
Yeah, well, they want another patrol tonight.
No rest for the weary.
What are you doing, cop? You leave someone in the bank? Yeah.
What?
It's the 3rd prisoner that was too far gone to bring back.
Still alive?
Maybe we should put him out of his misery.
Fuck his misery. I can't listen to it anymore.
Still a person.
What you looking at, Webster? That's what I thought, college boy.
Are you drunk, trooper?
Leave me alone.
Answer the question.
Yes, sir, I am drunk, sir.
Understandable.
Drunk, sick and tired of fucking patrols, taking orders.
Hey, cop, shut up. It's boring, okay?
Taking his side, Johnny?
Yeah, I am.
It's not fair to blame them for just now getting there. I understand the frustration. I really, really do. But it's also not fair to blame them for something that was out of their control. Them not being at Bastogne when you have people that fight to come back. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't him. Oh my God, thank God.
So he knows we lost a man?
Yeah, he knows.
I thought it was him that died earlier.
He also knows he picked up 2 prisoners who talked.
About what?
OB, supply trouble, Hitler's favorite color.
Hitler's favorite color.
Sink's been on the phone all day bragging it up, but I think he's just showing off now.
Is that all it was for?
Y'all did a damn fine job on a tough mission last night.
We know.
I wish you good luck tonight, because I'd be expecting more of the same.
Fork you.
Have you briefed the men? But damn sure you remind them how proud I am of what they did.
Yes, sir.
Not entirely comforting right now.
So I'll brief him now, sir?
No, I'll do it.
It's a leader through and through.
You men did an excellent job last night. I'm proud. I just saw Colonel Sink. He's proud, too. In fact, he's so proud he wants you to do another patrol across the river tonight.
Yeah, pride is definitely the feeling in this room right now.
I want you all to get a full night's sleep tonight, which means in the morning, you will report to me that you made it across the river into German lines. We're unable to secure any live prisoners.
Wait, hang on a second. Did he just tell them not to go and tell them that they did?
Good. Look sharp for tomorrow. Moving off the line.
Did I read that right? Apparently I'm not the only one. So he just said, let's don't and say we did? I can't blame him if that's the case. I swear to God, if Colin Hanks reports him...
I think you might be honest.
Oh, that was supposed to happen. That was supposed to happen. Okay.
Dan Jones.
That was supposed to happen.
Sir, join us at the company CP.
I swear to God, if Jones don't you dare snitch.
Regiment has seen fit to promote you to first lieutenant.
All right, I'll be with you.
Want you on staff up there.
Go far with that.
Job, kid.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
You grew on us. Well done. Way to end the episode in a better place than you started. Better, but you know what I mean.
So a second patrol never happened. Word was Captain Nixon wrote up a bogus report and regiment never got wise.
Good for you, Nixon.
Many of us in Easy Company felt that a corner had been turned, and we all might make it home alive.
Colonel Sink's a bit unhappy with the appearance of your uniform. He says it's not befitting to your rank.
Wait a second.
All clears.
Huh?
Congratulations, Major.
He get promoted? Congratulations. Does he feel like
Thanks, sir.
Jones is being accepted more than he is? Yeah, that's isolation.
Here.
Thank you! There we go. That's what we needed. That's what we were waiting for. There it is. Okay. Just a hand.
In America, things were already beginning to look like peacetime. You couldn't get a hotel room in Miami Beach, it was so crowded.
As I was editing, I noticed the beginning of this episode was a similar shot of Hagenau and Webster's voiceover saying after Bastogne it was a comparative paradise, and now bookending and ending the episode on a very similar shot of the city and explosions happening while talking about Miami Beach. Just some really, really great cinematic parallels there.
How could anyone ever know of the price paid by soldiers in terror, agony, and bloodshed if they'd never been to places like Normandy, Bastogne, or Hagenau?
That's why we made this series. By the time they left Hagenau, Easy Company's European campaign had taken them from England to France, Holland, and Belgium. Not how all of them wanted to experience Europe, but soon they would be... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I surrender. You guys told me that episode 9, now they're going to Germany. Fucking hell. On that bombshell, we're gonna jump back real quick. I'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. But once again, I am so impressed by all the different angles that they have come up with to tell this story. And come up with isn't quite the right way, because I know that this is based on a book, and obviously these are true stories, but I just continue to be so impressed with the adaptation of it, the way that they've adapted a true story so effectively, and that every single episode is a different angle. Every single episode gives us something new. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. And this is an angle that I didn't think of what is it like when you are injured early on. Like, there's no such thing as you didn't experience horror, you've gone through D-Day and all that, but in comparison, you've been in a cushy hospital recovering while the rest of them are going through Bastogne. That's such a complicated place to be, because on the one hand, these are men that you felt a connection with, that Webster felt this connection with, who, when he left, felt part of that brotherhood, and coming back was expecting to feel the same, but they're not in the same place. And so I can understand the sort of complicated feelings and frustration on both sides of, he feels ostracized and he feels not unwelcome per se, but very much an outsider, very unfamiliar. He's coming back to something that is alien to him, something it's kind of like, I imagine, I don't know if this is an appropriate parallel, but seeing your childhood home years after you moved away and seeing that it's been repainted or it's been landscaped or something, where you anticipate this feeling and this familiarity and this comfort, and you come back and it's nothing like you expect. It's not the place you remember. They're not the people you remember. So I can understand the discomfort of that and the toll that must take on him. And I don't want to say the guilt necessarily, but I think there's a lot of that tied up in it, especially when he's thinking, I did nothing wrong. I was in the hospital recovering and now I'm back. Like, I'm doing my job. Guys, I'm here. I'm back. And then for them to say, well, these other guys came back sooner. They fought harder to get here sooner, to feel like you're almost not even being given credit, or you're being vilified for something you didn't technically do wrong. Like, that's uncomfortable, and that's complicated. That's very complicated. That's a very complex feeling. But then for the rest of Easy, having just gone through Bastogne, how... I don't want to say resentful, but it's in that vein of feeling resentful of someone who's just coming back and seems so happy-go-lucky, and they're just like, congratulations on your cushy gig. You don't get to act buddy-buddy. You don't get to jump right back in as if nothing's changed, everything's changed. Like, that's such an interesting angle and an interesting perspective. And again, props to them for exploring this, but also the Colin Hanks character, Jones. I appreciate the growth of him, because he, and again, I know this is a true story, so I keep sort of falling into this trap of wanting to say character development, and it's such well-written character development, because it is and it's not. Like, these technically are real people, but they're also adapted into a show. So it's like my brain is kind of like yes, no, yet it's like short-circuiting as I'm trying to talk about this. But his growth from the beginning of the episode to the end, he is introduced as someone annoying, someone who comes in and he is too clean, and he is even worse than Webster because he's experienced nothing. And then you hear something like he graduated from West Point and he's the ranking officer. I can imagine being the rest of Easy and just being like, fuck you, stop, you did not earn that. And again, that's sort of in the family of resentment, that sort of feeling. And they set it up really well. They set him up really well of being annoying at first and him being persistent of, I want to go on this mission, I want to go on this mission. And you're meant to be annoyed by that. And they frame it that way that you're just supposed to be like, oh my God, kid, you're going to get yourself killed, stop. But instead of going down with that and continuing with that and making us hate him by the end because he's the stupid rookie that got everybody killed, he doesn't. He comes around. He does his job. He does what he has to. He earns the respect, and he does what he set out to do. And so by the end, you start annoyed at him, and then you get this wonderful growth where at the end, he is accepted and appreciated. And I was a little bit nervous in those final moments that it was going to be a sad ending in the way that Webster never felt connected again. I was afraid that we were going to get a voiceover, we were going to get something, and he was just going to kind of walk off alone, and that isolation was going to continue, and it was just going to be, that's the sad thing about it. I never fully felt welcome back or something like that. That would have been a hell of a twist. But that was what was going through my mind, and I'm sitting here running, oh my God, am I going to have to talk about that right as the hand was extended to him? Just that tiny gesture and the complete contrast of the last time he jumped in a truck when they just were completely cold to him, the welcoming hand, the literal extending a hand and welcoming him back, and the warm gesture of that. So that was, again, such a great angle and such a great way to come through. But I feel like I'm getting more emotional toward the end of this series and the latter half because I don't know if it's just that I was so overwhelmed by how technically great it was at the beginning, and it absolutely is. But just the longer you're with these people, the more attached you get. It feels personal, but also I'm someone who gets really, really emotional about sentimental things, and I don't know how to describe it. I think sentimental is the best way that I can think to describe it. But a situation like this where it's not a strict combat death, because those are horrifying and they're heart-wrenching, but a circumstance like this where it is literally drilled into you from the very beginning of the episode that we are almost at the end, that these men are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and it makes those deaths, I don't want to say more tragic because it's not right, but impactful in a different way because, again, earlier in the series, you literally had, was it Spears that said it? I forget who said it to Blythe. The reason you didn't jump into the phrase because you had hope that you would live. You still had that hope. And having that early on in the series to the point that since then, we're all just sitting here watching hopeless in a way. And then to introduce this new idea at the very beginning of this episode that there is hope, that these men are starting to see the light, that there's hope. They believe they're going to get to go home. And then the two deaths that we had in this episode were, I don't want to say unnecessary. Again, I can't find quite the right word, but senseless. The one guy whose name, I don't know the names, and I apologize that I don't know all the names, but the first death in the street was a random bombing. It was just a fluke. It wasn't combat. It wasn't a mission. It was just he happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time carrying a bag of potatoes. And then the second one was, if I'm understanding correctly, was completely pointless, and he died for a patrol that probably should never have happened. Like that hits different, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense of this, but I feel like that kind of hits me a little bit differently because it's not expected. Because you are in these moments, it just, yeah, I feel like I'm just not making sense here. But do you know what I mean? Does that, yeah, anyway. But literally that last line, that little bit of type, now they're going to Germany. And knowing that the next episode is episode 9, and I have been warned more times than I can count that 9 is going to break me, and the fact that I literally right until that last moment, I was just like, okay, and then just to hit me with that, oh God, okay, all right. Well, next time you guys see me, There will be more of this. I am not ready. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that because I've just been rambling and rambling, and my screen has now gone black, which is a signal to me that I've been sitting here talking for way too long. But anyway, on that note, please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this episode, on this series, on this franchise. Redder is better, so hit what may or may not be a big red subscribe button depending on your browser, and check me out on Patreon for the full-length version of this reaction as well as all of my other content. Again, the entire series of Band of Brothers is already available on Patreon. By the time you see this on YouTube, should be most of the way through the Pacific, and I'm doing Masters of the Air, and all of that, and links to my Instagram and socials and stuff are down below. All I can think about is episode 9. All I can think about is episode 9. Oh my god. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you for episode 9. Yep, yeah, okay, all right, yep.